Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where today we're diving into career mode yet again, but this time we're going back to the 737. I was a bit under the weather over the weekend, that's why I'm surprised I did the Wreckfest 2 stream, but feeling better now, but my voice is obviously going to be a bit shot, so I want to say very much a big thank you to everybody for getting the channel over 40,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. And yeah, so without further ado, let's dive into career mode and hop in our personal 737. Hello, landing channel. Hello, hello. I've started to notice that the passenger airline stuff is starting to get international flights. I think this one, oh wait, one of them was going to Dusseldorf. I don't know where it is now, but it was like a $15 million payout. It was pretty crazy. I don't know where it went, but needless to say, oh, that's, I saw Manchester, so I thought it was England, but it isn't. But anyways, I'm starting to see some international flights, which is really cool. I wish I could find it again, but, oh, there it is, right there. We're obviously not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing some lovely shorter flights, because I don't like doing one flight the entire stream. I just think that's boring, so don't worry. But yeah, international flights are starting to pop in for the 737, which is awesome to see. This is up in the New York area going to Germany, and just thought I'd showcase that. Great payout of 15 million credits plus. But again, we're not going to be doing that, so... But wanted to showcase it regardless, because I've been getting questions about it. There's another one too, look at that. All kinds of international flights. Pretty sweet. Here we go, this is a nice short one. Hey Banjo, and thank you Landing Channel. But it was still cool seeing that second build get up there. I don't think I'm gonna do the posts much. Oh shoot, I don't want to do a sob. No, hang on. Hold up. That's not what I'm here for. We already did a sob stream. We don't need to do that again. Boeing 737 MAX. There we go. Oh, there we go. Even a shorter flight. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Only 122 nautical miles, nothing too crazy. I'm going to change our flight level to... Let's just do 200. Follow with ATC. That way we don't have to climb to 35,000 feet and then descend again. There's no reason to do that. Man. But yeah, this weekend was pretty terrible, so I'm glad I'm doing better now. Minus the stuffy voice going on. But hopefully everybody's having a great start to their week. But yeah, I don't even think I finished what I was talking about, but it was really cool seeing the second beta build already coming out in the first week of Sim Update 2's beta period. So it's nice seeing that's becoming more and more frequent. We'll see if we get the third beta build at some point this week. But my time with Sim Update 2 has been excellent. Again, we've only had that one crash that happened on stream. I've been doing a lot of these lengthy flights with the 737 and having no issues with it, which is really nice to see. Appears we don't have a concourse loading in here. Interesting. I'm always worried about being in these types of positions when the pushback happens because they like to go towards buildings, so hopefully this goes well.
Captain, our cabin crew is ready for boarding. Awaiting your instructions.
Oh. Sorry, I just realized it was beeping. My bad. Oops.
Could you please get the passengers on board?
CDWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree. The jetway is going to be connected.
I've noticed the jetways are never hooking onto the plane right, so I'm sure this will happen as well. because it doesn't even look like it's gonna move.
2 Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree. Could you please send baggage?
CDWN 32,
Oh.
Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1
Hang on.
Tree. Baggage is on the way.
I've noticed that the frame rate's kind of low when you're outside the 737, but thankfully it's nice and smooth in the cockpit. So I'd rather have it smooth there. I mean, I'd rather have it smooth no matter what camera angle I'm using, but it's been nice seeing that I'm not losing any frames when landing at a busy airport. Because this is Newark we're at, and I landed here and had no issues, so it's been nice seeing that. Just, for whatever reason, the frame rate drops when you're outside the plane. But when you're inside, it's very nice. Obviously a little stuttery here as it's loading in everything around New York and so forth, but
Ground CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree IFR to Harrisburg. Ready to copy.
CDWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree is cleared to Harrisburg Airport by the PRTT4 departure, land and transition. Expect runway 22 right. Maintain flight level 200. Departure frequency is 119.2. Squawk 0 Tree 2.
I noticed they fixed this too in the latest build. You know, the landing gear lever was always, I don't know, it looked chrome or reflective for some reason, so that's been fixed as well.
Cleared to Harrisburg via the PRTT4 departure, land and transition. Runway 22 right. Maintain flight level 200. Departure frequency is 119.2.
Don't mind us talking over everybody.
CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree.
We're pretty light on this flight here because we're already up to 70% boarded for passengers, which is great. It's not going to take too long for us to get up in the air, so we got that going on. Content library passive aircraft shows up.
Luggage loading complete.
I don't know what that means, but I'm glad. Minus the, oh, there they go. I didn't realize the baggage actually disappears off the carts. Never realized that before. But yeah, this pushback is gonna be interesting. I'll have to see if I can just cancel it myself anyways, but
Boarding closed, Captain.
there's an echo in the stream. Probably when the people are talking, because I have the speakers on, so you're probably hearing that.
Ground CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree requesting pushback.
CDWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree. Pushback request accepted.
Don't mind us talking over everybody.
Hey, Captain. Tobar okay?
We got that going on. Yeah, I mean, I'm not hearing any echo.
You are clear to start engines.
Oh, the like just the stuff sitting on the ground. They're probably gone because of performance reasons, really. If I'd have to guess. But we'll see. I mean, I could just turn it, because you're just hearing it through the microphone too. I can just turn it down a bit. I don't really need to have the audio on anyways. For myself. Because yeah, I don't wear headphones, so that's why. Because the ATC is very high pitched, almost not high pitched, but they're just louder than everything else, so it catches on the microphone a lot easier. But I turn that down so you shouldn't hear it echo as much.
Ground CTWN CWN-32 Charlie Tango.
My apologies.
1 tree with Sierra. Ready to taxi. IFR.
CWN-32 Charlie Tango Alpha, tree 1 tree. Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 22 right via taxiway Alpha.
My
Alpha 1,
apologies.
Alpha 2, Alpha
There we
tree,
go.
Romeo,
Now it sounds perfect.
Sierra Lima, Romeo cross runway 29er Romeo Zulu. Contact tower on 1 tree, 4.05 when ready.
Oh no, I'm just turning down the audio for me. I'm not turning it down for you guys.
Taxiway Alpha, Alpha 1.
It's just I'm not having to go through the speaker or anything.
Romeo Charlie Alpha Sierra Lima Romeo cross runway 29er Romeo Zulu. CTWN-32 Charlie Tango Alpha tree 1 tree.
I turned on the engines a little later than normal. So we're still booting on up, but everything else is looking good. Let's check our route as well. Make sure the vectors are gone or any of that stuff. Is Baga our first one here? It is. So we're going to go ahead and just delete that. Get this out of the way. Perfect. Already have our altitude set to 20,000. Get the heading. Oh, we shouldn't need to deal with that, but I don't like going into autopilot until I have everything else situated, so I don't go into it right after takeoff, so. But alright, we should be good now. Oh, we still have an engine spooling up, but it's alright. Let's get a nice turn going here. Don't mind the catering truck. Hang on, I'm going too fast here. Let's not break our landing gear. Could have gave us a better pushback, to be honest with you, but I mean, that's alright. At least they didn't push us towards the terminal, which is what I was worried they were going to do. And of course, in that second build, they did fix the lights, so when you zoom in and out, it doesn't turn off and on anymore, which is so nice, because that was quite annoying, especially if you're doing flights at night. And you were just trying to move. Oh my, okay, there's a car just entering the tarmac. Seems like a safety hazard.
Ladies and gents, our captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please stow your hand luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment. Make sure your seat back and folding trays are in full upright position. If you are seated near an emergency exit, carefully read the special instructions card located by your seat. A reminder that this is non-smoking flight, including the lavatories. If you have any questions, feel free to ask one of our attendants. Thank you. Ladies and gents, please direct your attention to the monitors as we review emergency procedures. Ladies and gents, here are the safety procedures. There are identified emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you, including behind you. Count the number of rows to this exit. Should the cabin experience a sudden loss of pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this. Pull the strap to tighten it. If you are traveling with children, make sure your own mask is on before helping your children. In the unlikely event of an emergency, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats. Emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit and slide. Now, make sure that all hand luggage is stowed away safely. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data card in your seat pocket.
All right. It's definitely been nice flying the 737 though. I mean, it's been my main focus just because I have it now, because of the beta build, and $1 billion. So, been just kind of messing with it. It's great just to test out, you know, longer flights as well. So, but no issues with it. It's been so nice. They still need to I mean, obviously there's some times where, you know, a CRJ and so forth go to the terminal and you walk to it, but at least there's no more gliders at the gates. So that's a plus. But I mean, there's just sometimes where it's spawning in planes that shouldn't be here, like that little Mooney. Like, why is that sitting here? You know, it's just, there's still some work to be done on how it spawns aircraft in around terminals. But I haven't seen any more gliders, which is nice, because they used to be all over the gates for some reason, so we're getting there, but still some work to do for sure. And James, this is PC. And don't worry if you're joining, I don't do like 3-hour long flights on a live stream because I think that's boring for content. I only do those types of flights when I'm not making content, or if I'm pre-recording it, I can cut it all out because it's just, there's nothing exciting about doing one flight for an entire stream. So we're just gonna do short hops, nothing too crazy. Because yeah, I don't see the fascination of streaming one flight the whole time. I just think that's a very boring way of doing content, so rest assured, we're not going to be here for 3 hours doing one flight. Because this is only like 122 nautical miles, it's nothing too crazy. At this point, I think the taxi to the runway is going to be longer than the flight. Oops. I don't even feel like I'm going that fast. I am going 25 knots, even though I've seen airliners taxiing at 30 knots at my airport, but, you know, it's whatever. Whatever. I mean, it does make sense for this type of airport, all the taxiways, even though you never see anybody anyways, because I don't think... Let me see. Because I think it's still gone. Yeah, you still can't turn on traffic in career. That setting's been gone since Sim Update 2's beta, so... Hopefully that means some improvements are coming to it, because most of the time when I had that turned on anyways, you'd see a plane every so often, but not 100% of the time, so... There's really no loss at the moment. But anyways, what I was saying before that, it does make sense. Some airports are going to have lower taxi speeds than others. But I don't really care about the performance stuff anyways, because this is not our career profile, so it really doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. And also, if you're just joining, I was under the weather all weekend long, so if my voice sounds completely different or stuffy, that would be why. So, yay. But feeling better now, which is great, so I was glad that wasn't going to linger on for quite some time. Greetings from Knoxville, Tennessee. Thanks for the great videos. Awesome. Thanks for joining from Tennessee, TC. That's awesome. Glad you enjoy the content, and hopefully you will continue to enjoy them. I'm still hoping we're going to see heavy cargo and super heavy cargo missions at some point during this beta phase. I was supposed to go right there. Okay. Hold up. Oh, is this not a... Can I still get there from here? Oh, boy. And this is what you get when you don't pay attention, folks. Oh. Yeah, we'll cut across here, that's fine. All is well. Oh, and criminals, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize, I did not see you comment that. I just bought my first 737 MAX last night, have no idea what I'm doing. Very nice. I definitely recommend going into Preflight just to kind of familiarize yourself with the plane. Because I wouldn't recommend you flying it and then having a crash happen or something like that with it. Because it's not cheap, so... I would definitely get a little practice in there. But yeah, sorry for taking a while to, But yeah, I didn't mean to ignore you there. Why did I open my flight sim and I'm seeing one? Mayo, because the career mode, landing challenges, all that stuff is in a separate profile. You're not actually in your normal profile. Don't worry. Your normal profile isn't gone. Once the beta ends or you leave, you'll be back in your regular beta, or your regular profile for career mode. So that's why you're seeing 1 billion credits. Everything's unlocked as well. So you're in a beta profile for the sim, basically, so that way you can buy anything you want, test it out, and you don't have to progress through anything. So that's why you're seeing that. How did you get IFR clearance from ATC? I don't know. I just did everything... Yeah, it just it went normally. Are you in the Sim Update 2 beta, Rudy? Because this is the Sim Update 2 beta that we're playing on, so... But yeah, I've heard people say that, you know... I mean, I don't know. I've never seen that even outside the beta. Anytime I did anything with the 737 and did the IFR clearance, it just never... Oh, of course. I always stop short with the 737. Goodness gracious. But yeah, I've never run into that, or the gear kind of messing up, or I mean, I never skip anyways, but I've never had the reason to, so I'm not sure why you're having issues with the clearance. Let's go ahead and get our flaps set up here. I think we'll do one more. We'll go, I think that's 30 degrees. We already have everything to rejected takeoff on the brakes, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and get flight director on, because if we don't have that, we're not going to be able to engage autopilot. We'll acknowledge our takeoff clearance, and away we go.
CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha, tree 1 tree. Ladies and gents, prepare for takeoff. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened.
Gotcha, Rudy. So maybe it's something that's been improved then, regarding that IFR stuff. Because yeah, if you're just joining, this is Sim Update 2's beta build, so we're on a beta version of the sim. Clouds are looking lovely over here. Looks like there might be a bit of rain falling on the other side of the airport as well, so... I'm surprised it made us taxi over here anyways. It probably should have made us taxi on that side, but that's okay. Full power, and off we go. Oh, by the way, I don't need this one.
V1 rotate.
Oh. Oh, I did not trim this out. That's not good. Oof. I always forget to trim out this thing. Because you know what? I guarantee we're trimmed negative. Yep, that's why we're fighting it so much. I always forget that. I don't know why it's set to that default, but I always forget it until I'm in the air or trying to take off. That's my bad. Because that's why we were having such a hard time getting off the ground, is because it's trimmed for nose down for some reason. I don't know why it's that way. That's still something I need to fix. But yeah, that was that was my bad for forgetting that. But yeah, I don't know why it's always defaulted to negative trim, but we'll remember it for the next flight. We'll just forget that nonsense happened. Oh shoot, now I'm not paying attention to them either. This is all falling apart. Very good.
119.2, CDWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree.
All falling apart.
Philadelphia departure, CDWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree is passing 3,300 feet climbing flight level 200.
CDWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree. Philadelphia departure. Altimeter.
You know, I wouldn't be, you know, Busted, that's probably right. I did everything else that I remembered to, and then I always forget to look at that. Unbelievable. You'd think I'd remember it by now, but no. I always forget. I wish... Oh, we can go a little bit higher here. Let's go 3,000 for now. No, not VNAV. Hang on. Shoot. Did not mean to do that. Passengers back there probably like, what is this pilot doing? That's alright. They'll get over it. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's not do that big of a bank here. Wait. No, 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 no. I have it set. Nope. Where do I have this heading set to? Oh, nice. I'm changing... Oh my. I'm falling apart, everybody. I'm gonna blame my illness over the weekend for all this. I don't know what I'm paying attention to, my goodness. Alright. There we go, that's what I was going... I'm just sitting here changing the speed for auto throttle. Like, why aren't we turning? Goodness gracious. Yeah, good day. I'll try to have one, because so far this has been a horrendous start. Oh, shoot. But see, this is why it's great. It's not our profile, so who cares? We're just practicing for our regular career. It's all good.
CDWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree. Did you copy?
There we go. I'm gonna bring our vertical speed down just a little bit. We're getting a little close to our stall speed here.
Passing 10,000 feet.
CDWN 32 Charlie
Now we can bring up our speed over 250 knots. Since we're above 10,000. I'm glad I'm not alone on that. It's just, you know, sometimes you're just, I don't know, you're doing everything else, so then the trim just kind of...
CDWN
disappears off the mind.
Did you hear my last transmission?
118.975 for CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha, tree 1 tree.
Now that I have the audio turned down for me, I'm missing all these.
CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Passing 11,000 feet.
So we should hit our waypoints now.
00.
That we have LNAV set up.
CDWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha. Tree
Heading mode should turn off.
New York Center, altimeter tree 010, radar contact. Continue to
And then heading select should switch to LNAV in just a few seconds. Well, actually, we're a little bit a ways here. I set this range to 10 nautical miles, so. But this should switch as we cruise to 20,000 cruise altitude. Bring up our vertical speed just a little bit. And the reason I have it set to 20,000 is because it's a relatively short flight, so no. I mean, I guess we could have probably gone to 35,000 feet, but by the time we got to it, we'd probably be starting our descent anyways. And there we go, we're on LNAV now, so we're going to be following the waypoints for the remainder of the flight. One thing I've noticed is you want to kind of pay attention to the route page, because especially once you get closer to your destination, it'll put some random crap in here that'll stop it from following the waypoint. So it's just something you want to keep in mind when you're flying this. Although I don't think this, oh, we'll see, because once you get to like the last 3 or so, there's always just some random blank space. So your plane will just eventually break off the magenta line and then do whatever it does. So just something to keep in mind.
CDWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha, tree 1 tree, contact New York Center on 1 tree, decimal 15. Good day.
Let's see, now I can show what I was talking about, but in the cockpit the frame rate's really great now. But, oh, goodness gracious, I'm trying to...
1 tree, decimal 15, CTWN.
But anyways, interior view, frame rate really good, but when you go to the exterior, oh, it's not too bad. I've seen it worse, but yeah, this is actually a lot better now. It's still less frames outside than it is interior, which is interesting because normally it's flipped, where the exterior view is smooth and then the interior cockpit view is not so. But again, I'd rather take better frame rates inside the aircraft than outside, so it works out. I just realized, did I forget that too? I wouldn't be surprised. I forgot everything else on this flight. Yeah, I'm still sitting here at 30-degree flaps. I just saw the front of... Wow. You were so smooth when you were landing. I wish I was that good all the time. I appreciate it, Banjo. Oh, don't mind us. We're going to go ahead and bring this down. It's funny, the landing, I'm very good at with the airliners, but everything else... it all falls apart. You'd think I'd have an easier time with the takeoff part of it, but I don't know. I don't know. Every time I live stream, I forget crap because I'm too busy talking, and then I just try to remember everything I'm supposed to do, and then I forget flaps. I forget just everything else. So it's all good though. We'll redeem ourselves on the second flight here. I know that. That was a pretty that was a pretty aggressive turn right there. Just to get to the next waypoint.
Good day.
Good day.
124.625 for CTWN 32 Charlie.
But yeah, so far, of course, I bring it up, and then now the computer's doing what it's supposed to. There's no random blanks
New York Center,
to mess it up.
CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha.
Almost to 20,000 feet, 1,500 more to go,
185.
and then we'll be at our cruise altitude.
Level 2,
We'll be able
00.
to bring out the snack carts.
32 Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree. New York Center, radar contact continue.
Captain, we're ready.
And then I'd say once we get to
begin in-flight service.
Papa India November Alpha, we'll probably start our descent from there. Maybe even ETX. We'll see. But yes, the snack cart can absolutely come out, where our patented half peanut snack will be given to every passenger.
Please fasten your seatbelts and make
And if
sure
somebody has a peanut allergy on the aircraft, I don't really care. They should have picked another airline. So, I mean, that's what we're known for, is our half peanut snack. So, not my problem. So, oh man. But see, that's why we give out half a peanut, because then it's not as big of an issue for those that are allergic to peanuts. So, you know, cutting it in half and only having that half, it becomes less in the air. So, in one way, we are accommodating to those with a peanut allergy. So, there we go. Done. Should have picked Southwest. They have pretzel. Who wants a pretzel? Now, if it was a warm Bavarian pretzel, then I would take it. I'm just kidding, though. I do like pretzels. But something about a Biscoff cookie, or biscuit, whatever the things are actually called, on a flight is always nice. And welcome to... Hang on. Let's bump this up 100 more feet. I'll have to turn right a little bit. At Bowply. Yep, we're already pretty much halfway through this flight here. I just think it's a lot more entertaining to watch when it's shorter flights. Because, I mean, if we did a 3-hour flight and we'd get up to 35,000 feet, this is what we would be watching for hours. And now we've been streaming for, what, 38 minutes? We're about to start our descent here shortly into our airport, land, finish that mission, dive into another one right after that. And it's just, I think that's nicer. I realize the EFB always resets to this map layer. I don't like that. Like, if it was a dark mode for it, it'd be nice, but it's just so bright. Or at least give us the option to have a dark mode, which I think they've already been talking about, so we'll be having that as well at some point. But I don't like this map view. And you have FMJ, we did just start sending out the snack cart. So you did, in fact, miss the half peanut. But don't worry, we'll have another attempt at getting a half peanut here in the next flight. I was checking the marketplace as well to see if it was updated just yet. It wasn't. Because as you know, I'm still waiting for some third-party career support. We haven't had one plane yet, so... Are we able to do that?
Good afternoon, ladies
Okay,
and
we are.
gents. This is your captain speaking. Today, I'm assisted by co-pilot Frankie Briggs. Welcome aboard flight CTA 313, inbound to Lower Sonora. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 19,900 feet and at an airspeed of 300 knots. It's 3:12 p.m. We anticipate a comfortable flight in spite of some mild turbulence. On behalf of all crew members, we thank you for flying with us today. So, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
For your enjoyment during our flight today, we have placed a complimentary copy of our in-flight magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. Feel free to take it when you leave.
But yes, the clouds do look awesome. I always have those set to ultra. And that's the one. Ray tracing, which I think that's all set up still, right? Hang on. I want to double check that. Oh. My ray trace wasn't even on this whole time, but yes, the clouds are ultra. Ray tracing and ultra clouds are always my most important things that I want to have set. We've been flying without ray trace shadows. This is ridiculous. By the way, I liked that in-flight magazine call out, because I never heard that one before. So it always seems like it kind of picks different things each flight, as opposed to always having the same thing going on. Hey Blaze, it's going great. On Xbox, there's one setting, HDR. Yeah, I know that. I wouldn't be surprised if the Xbox gets some stuff that you can toggle on and off, because I'm surprised there isn't a few options. Like, if you're not wanting... I mean, I guess it's pretty much just defaulted to... I would assume low and medium settings on the Xbox. For a majority of the settings that would normally be there. If I'd have to guess. I love these little clouds that are kind of building up and fading out, too. Which, to be completely honest with you, I don't think I've ever remembered seeing that type of cloud going on where you can actually see... Oh, by the way, I don't mean to have the subtitles on anymore. I just had that on because when I'm playing this, when I'm not having audio on, so I can see in the corner of my eye if anything's going on. Oh, I'll just leave it on for now. I don't want to pause it again. Ooh, I didn't... Did I just kick ourselves? Okay, no. Sorry, plane. So I don't know if there's been any improvements or changes to cloud... Oh, I hit enter. No. I hit the enter key. Oh my god, of course. Oh, I don't, again. It's not our profile. I hit the enter key though, so obviously there's still some work to do on that. Where the enter key is not doing what it's supposed to be doing on those transmissions.
CDWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha, tree 1 tree. New York Center, radar contact, continue to Pinna.
But yeah, I've never seen the little clouds kind of building and, you know, drying up. That's kind of cool. So I don't know if that's some Sim Update 2 thing or what, but I'm pretty sure I've never seen that before. It's pretty nice. I still think it's too bright in the sim. I think it's just, I mean, I get it would be brighter because of the clouds and so forth, but I feel like it's still overly exposed. It might just be me, but it's just, that's one thing I've noticed with the sim. X9, I just discovered your channel. I love it, specifically the flight sim videos. Thanks for doing that. I'm enjoying them a lot. Greetings from Argentina. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the content from Argentina. That's awesome. Very glad to hear that. And Kenny, we can probably do, we'll probably do some Xbox streams since we're in the beta build. We can always do like a full-on stream with that. Hey WRB, welcome, welcome. All right, let's see where we're at here. Oh shoot! Hey, remember how I was talking about how it just disengages from? Yeah, see, it always puts this blank. Okay, well, we need to start descending anyways. I didn't realize we were that close already. Oops. The other thing that needs to be improved on ATC as well is the fact that they never tell you to descend when you're supposed to be descending. They always wait till you're by the airport and you're at like 35,000 feet and they're like, oh, by the way, let's start descending. And it's like, okay. That's why at this point I just ignore when they're telling me all this crap. It's like, I'm going to descend and you can do nothing about it. Okay. And yeah, we're going to be... We'll just turn and then kind of make our way around is what we'll do.
Climb and maintain flight level 200, CTWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha, tree 1 tree.
Hello, Binky. Welcome back to another stream. But yep, for whatever reason, it always does this when you're close. Oops! It always does this when you're close to the destination. It just puts in a blank, even though it wasn't there. Don't know why it's that way, but that's all right. Yeah, I mean, we can just do that as a stream tomorrow. Because I want to get everything set up with that, because I need to have the keyboard and mouse. I need to have that set up on the Xbox, so we can definitely dive into that. I noticed they just gave us the 3,000, which is nice, but they still do it way too late. I mean, Sim Update 2 has been fantastic for me on the PC side of things. The only crash that I've incurred was when we were streaming the first day of it. Or whenever it happened. I forgot when it was at this point. But, it's been running really good. But yeah, we can definitely dive into the Xbox. It might, maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, we'll see. One of those 2 days, we'll dive in. Just unless something else pops up, you know, update-wise or something. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pass the airport, circle around, and then get a nice little landing in there. You know? All I do know is third-party developers need to start getting onto career mode. It has been unbelievable. Because, I mean, the marketplace has been, what, almost a month now? And not a single plane or helicopter has been career supported. And then once we're done with this flight, we'll see if the marketplace has got a refresh yet. I'll go ahead and pull out of auto throttle as well. I want to start slowing this thing down before we get to the 10,000 mark. Oh! Crap, I just realized we are landing this way. Oh my goodness. Turn to the right. I looked at it here because it looked like it was on this side, so I was gonna... That's okay. We still need to get lower here anyways. I'll go down to 1,500 feet per minute. Because not only third party too, I mean, there's a lot of first party planes that are already in the sim that don't support career mode yet, so I'd love to see some of those start to get involved as well. Because we already know the Airbuses are getting worked on, so we'll have all those in career mode at some point, hopefully soon. Specifically the A330 for some heavy cargo, and the Beluga for super heavy. Because those are getting close. But yeah, I'm just hoping it's going to be a thing where third-party developers don't support it. I don't know why they wouldn't, especially considering career mode is where most people are flying in 2024, so I guess they just want to miss out on more money, I suppose. And absolutely, James, absolutely. That would definitely be pretty nice, James. All right. I think we can start heading back already, actually. I don't like the feeling of this. I honestly, you know, it's been a bit since I've heard them kind of freaking out. I mean, there's no VIP flights in the beta at the moment, so unfortunately, especially now that the Beechcraft Bonanza and the Corvallis and all the people that were hanging outside the aircraft are gone now, the only way to experience that is with the first flights and sightseeing or flight seeing, but I don't want to do those missions, so I'll probably just do them from time to time anyways, just to enjoy those planes that... I mean, the Corvallis was okay as long as you only had 2 passengers, but if you had the third one, they'd be walking outside the plane. And with the Bonanza, they were always under the tail. Your pilot's head was through the roof and all that, so.
Passing 10,000 feet.
But really looking forward to being able to fly that Bonanza for some charter flights. That'll be nice. That will be super nice. Alright, autopilot. Thanks for your help. We're done with you. Pretty nice around here, wherever we're flying to. Is this like Pennsylvania? Looks like around that area there. We're going, yep, definitely Pennsylvania. Harrisburg International. Just gonna head this direction just a little bit longer, and then we'll turn onto final. Yep, search and rescue has been excellent. No doubt about it. Is the airport along the river? It is. I think it's right there. Perfect. I don't know where the speed is for the first notch of flaps. Oh, okay. 250 knots. Perfect. It's not perfect. Wow, I created a lot of lift just from that one notch. Goodness. By the way, we're going to go ahead and get our auto brake to, I always go for 2. The one thing with Sim Update 2 that I've noticed, though, is sometimes there's just really blurry imagery again, and airport's not loading in the textures. So we'll see if that's any different here, but it already looks kind of blurry already with the aerials, so I'm not sure what happened with that. But even the not satellite imagery textures were blurry as well, so... Fly to a NOLA. I don't even see an NOLA. Oh, there. Okay, it is in front of it. Perfect. I was a bit worried. I'm like, wait a minute, where is this? And WRB, I'd be surprised if that doesn't end up happening down the road. Gears down. One little bit more flaps here, and I think we're good. We could probably go 15 degrees, but I think 10 will be fine. Got a little bit of a crosswind going on. It's kind of shoving us to the left of the runway here. Looks like about 20 knot winds going on. And unfortunately, we don't have any lights either at this airport, which doesn't make any sense. Because it would be really cool for sure. It's like, oh, go to this highway, pick up somebody, head to a hospital, you know, all that kind of stuff. Because I would definitely love to see more stuff with the helicopters, because right now it's pretty limited. I mean, you know, you have the cargo stuff, the passenger transport, and then search and rescue. We'll eventually have that for firefighting as well. Oh, they're saying only winds at 9, though. It is already dying off. We're 5 knots less on the wind. But yeah, I don't know why we don't have any PAPI lights going on here. It's always annoying when you don't have that going on. Binky, oh my goodness gracious, thank you so much for another 5 memberships gifted. Be the Pappy. But my goodness, Binky, thank you so much. Again, I'm glad you enjoy the content enough to even gift memberships, let alone 10 of them now. Very, very kind of you. Too high here because I'm too focused trying not to. I guess you do want it to be at 15 degrees, huh?
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
I shouldn't have done that with the flaps, though. I should have just left it alone. Because doing the flaps at the last second there, we create a lot of extra lift. Not bad though, we floated it a bit. But yeah, apparently we want to be at 15 degrees flaps on that then. Least I could do, sir. Well, again, thank you so much, Binky. I very much appreciate that. And David, you're now a member. What is a membership? It's just a way to support the channel. Because pretty much anything I make off the channel goes back into it, so whenever we get some career mode supported planes, we'll be buying those and testing them out. And now we gotta do this random extra taxi because, oh, am I still in reverse? Oh, I am, my bad. Sorry, plane. Because this is the one thing I think they should get rid of, is you should be able to just get rid of the blue box, take any taxiway that makes sense instead of passing multiple of them that would make sense to get off of, and then it can trigger, hey, contact ground at this and whatever, and just remove this whole blue box thing, because it just, most of the time it just acts really stupid. Sometimes you get to it and it still gives you a penalty saying, oh, you entered the taxiway without an out, you know, all that kind of crap. So it's just, I think they should just remove it completely and make it to where when you enter a taxiway, it just triggers it saying, hey, contact ground at this, and go from that. Because it already kind of does it there, but sometimes it still dings you for no reason, and...
Going to 121.7, CTWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree.
Oh, it usually uses? Oh, yeah, I never go that far with it.
Harrisburg round, CTWN...
I never go too far with a lot of flaps, because honestly, I don't like going full flaps on any plane. It feels like you're creating so much extra lift that way. But next time we'll do 15 degrees, that way we don't have to... I could have just left it where we were, but I should have...
Taxiing to gate tree 0.
Oh, sorry, I was already... That was my bad that time.
Charlie Tango Alpha Tree 1 Tree.
I wasn't even paying attention. I was like, oh, I'll just move.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have not reached the gate yet. Please remain seated until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. Thank you. Ladies and gents, welcome to Harrisburg International. Local time is 3:41 p.m. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until
Missed? What did I miss now?
and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Please
I don't
make
really
sure to
care.
take all your belongings with you when you deplane.
Here,
On behalf of the
let me
entire
acknowledge your
company,
taxi clearance.
thank you for
I'm too
choosing
busy
Preflight
talking to my
Airways.
customers, thank you.
See you again. We wish you a pleasant stay in Lower Swatara. Taxiing to gate tree 0 via
There you
taxiway
go.
Bravo, CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha.
Well, I can definitely tell you right now that this terminal is not handcrafted. Just a big box. But yeah, we'll have a much better flight the second time. I'm still happy with the landing though, but getting that extra 5 degrees of flaps at the last second didn't help us out. We floated it after that. And hopefully the next airport actually has the glide slope lights, because an airport like this would definitely have that. But yeah, the hold short, those boxes are always just annoying. It's like, okay, I'm right here, I'm about to turn, and then all of a sudden it's like, nope, go all the way to the end of the runway for no reason at all. Like, it's just, there's definitely some improvements to be made there, or really, just get rid of it in general. Let it be the player's discretion on which taxiway they can get off of, and then continue that progression from there, as opposed to doing it the way it is now. Well, especially when you hit a button like enter, a lot of the times it doesn't actually do what it's supposed to, so you have to go into communications anyways and then go through there. It's just, yeah, it's a bit weird for sure. $30 to $40. Oh yeah, I've never landed it in the sim with that amount of flaps. But I'm sure that's what they do in real life and whatnot, but this is not particularly the way I land them. And I'm about to... Oh, we're good. You can just... They're excited that we're here. I would have gone further, but hey, we got the stuff set up here. I've noticed this comes up more and more now too. I mean, it's only since Sim Update 2. I think it's just a glitch on that. Because I've never seen that before. Alright. So, first off, gonna do a little check here. We might have to restart the sim in order for Marketplace refresh, but I just want to. We'll restart it. It might not be updated just yet, but we'll test it out. Oh, hang on. Wasn't done shutting off. There we go. Oh, it's all good, Gerald. All good. I just feel like you're way too slow at that. Like, I don't know. It's just... I'd rather have that extra speed there just to make sure everything's going well. Because if I'm going way too slow, I'm always worried I'm going to stall a thing out. And I don't want that happening. Plus, I also don't want to deal with trim and looking down and doing... it's just... I don't deal with all that when I'm trying to land the plane. And I don't know where that is. I'd be surprised if somebody did make a third-party add-on for Travolta's runway house thing. But I'm just restarting the sim really quick just to see if the Marketplace got an update yet or not. Mondays typically aren't as exciting. Thursdays seem to be the main one where more stuff gets added, but it's always worth a shot to see. And welcome back to another stream, DF. Welcome back. We're about to do another 737 flight here, but just wanted to see if the Marketplace had anything new in it. Because I don't know if it updates or not when you're in the sim. Oh, it is in the Marketplace? That's funny. The first man in command. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to a stream. I'm still waiting for these types of rescue missions too. Nope, doesn't look like it's updated at all yet. Oh well, it was worth a shot. On to our next 737 flight. Filters, aircraft, Boeing. Oh, is this going to Detroit? Let's do that. We'll go to... This is a bit of a longer flight than the first one, but nothing too crazy. It's still going to be relatively fast. Because again, if you're just joining, I don't do long flights on the stream, or specifically one long flight, because I think that's just boring. There's nothing exciting about streaming one flight the whole time. It's just like, why? So we always do short flights, or shorter flights, even with airliners. Because I feel like it's a lot more enjoyable to watch when you get more landings going on and so forth, as opposed to cruising at 35,000, 40,000 feet for 2 hours, 3 hours time, and then it's like, okay. Because I do not find that very enjoyable, so... And this time, the first thing we're gonna do is mess with that trim and not deal with that on takeoff again like we did the first time.
Good morning. So we're flying
Because see, it always
to Detroit.
defaults to
Amazing
-4,
place.
which makes no sense. So we're gonna go ahead and help ourselves out a little bit. I'll go 2.1.
Captain, it's Sean from the cabin crew. Passengers ready for boarding, Captain. Waiting on your okay.
And from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania to Detroit, Michigan is our second flight of the day.
168. Could you please get the passengers on board?
Get a little visit over
CTWN 32
Canada.
Tango Alpha 168. The jetway is going to be connected.
I don't even think we're close to a jetway here. Which I'm not really too worried. The jetways are very weird. At least recently. Because even when they do try to attach the plane, they're always like 10 feet away from the aircraft. I want to watch the baggage this time because I realize they actually empty out on the carts too. And again, like I was saying earlier, for whatever reason, the frame rate outside the aircraft is very hit or miss. But thankfully, it's not like that in the interior, so it works out. Because it just, I don't know, it just does not like the camera being outside the aircraft. But I still want to see the baggage, so don't mind us chugging along a little bit.
Charlie Tango Alpha 168. Could you please send the catering truck?
And yes, Araya, you go into Preflight and go to customize or whatever it is when you pick a plane. It should be like F or something. Basically, just pick a plane and configure. It should be F, and then under there, there's a tab on the right side of the menu called not customization, but something. Anyways, it's in that menu under configuration where you can change your tail number and all that. And once you do that, it'll be on every plane for you. Is ray tracing causing that? No, because it's doing that without it on, because it wasn't on originally.
CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha 168 is cleared to Detroit Metro Airport as filed. Expect runway tree 1.
It might just be the vehicles moving around, because now that they're not moving around, it's fine. It's not doing that, so. Oh, I should have washed it too. We got all kinds of crap on it. By the way, does the baggage actually load in the plane? No.
Cleared to Detroit Metro as filed. Runway tree 1. Maintain flight level tree 20. Departure.
But yeah, see, now it's not. It must have something to do with the scenery vehicles, because now it's not chugging along anymore. And DF, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. You are doing a great job, Cal. Well, thank you very much for the €5.
50% of fuel.
As again, I'm glad you guys enjoy the content enough to even use any of that. That means a lot. And hopefully you guys continue to enjoy the content. Okay. Oh, that's why. We're in showcase camera. My bad. But again, thank you so much, DF.
Alpha 168 requesting pushback.
And yeah, hopefully that helps out, by the way, with the tail number. And do we have a video showing how to use the PC-24? Because when I do a mission on VIP, it doesn't give me a pre-made flight plan. Yeah, we've done a lot with the PC-24, actually. You are welcome. Greetings from Europe. Well, happy to have you from Europe. Happy to have everybody stop by. Always a blast doing these streams with you guys. And again, really glad you guys enjoy the content. It's just awesome. Oh crap! Where are we going to altitude-wise? I wasn't even paying attention. No, 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 no. 32,000. All right. I mean, it is a bit of a longer flight, so that works. Hey, an ATR sitting around here. That's pretty cool. Another plane that needs career support. Would love to do some cargo and stuff with it. Alright, pushback tug. I was about to say, I think we're good here. Just shove us back into the terminal. By the way, the cloud's looking great.
CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha 168 with Tango, ready to taxi IFR.
CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha 168. Taxi
Hold short of runway 31.
using taxiway Bravo. Contact tower on 124.8 when ready.
Short taxi. Hey, a C5 sitting on the tarmac. Nice. Look at that. Sweet. C-130s. Must be an Air National Guard or something there. Sorry, Tower. I was busy looking at the C5. My bad.
Taxiway Bravo. CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha 168.
I think we're still booting up a little bit. Been having problems with the TBM every time I take off. It says I crashed and my reputation level keeps dropping. That is odd. And shredding, not long at all. It'll be about a 50-minute flight. But those of you that are wanting to do some international flights, I've seen stuff from New York over into Germany and so forth, paying about 15 million credits plus, which is pretty awesome. Thought I'd mention that because I know a lot of you like those international flights, so starting to see those pop up, which is great. Is this a paid airport? No, it is not. This is just a default. The only paid airport I have in the sim is my home airport of Colorado Springs. That is it.
Luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment. Make sure your seat back and folding trays are in full upright position. If you are seated near an emergency exit,
On FMS page, click link. Oh, I know. We've been in there. It's fine though. I'm not really too worried about it because the only time I'm worried about it is if I'm not around for the plane once because it only has the discontinuity once it gets to closer to the airport. Sometimes it's there too in the beginning, which I didn't even look at it. Let's see. Yeah, there's. Oh no, it's. Oh, see, there's one right there already. I just don't know why it even puts those in there. That's still something I'd like to see. I'll look at that when we're up in the air. I don't want to taxi off the taxiway here. But yeah, it's just it makes no sense why it puts those in there anyways. So something I'd definitely like to see improved.
While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data card in your seat pocket.
But yeah, I definitely don't want to do any of those long flights on a stream because I've talked about this already before, but it's just I think it's stupid doing that as content for a live stream or something like that because it's just for me it's no fun, and I know it's not gonna be fun for anybody watching either. It's just like, okay, great. Now we cruise for 3-4 hours at 35,000, 40,000 feet, and then it's like, now what? That's why I always like to do these shorter flights. That way we see other places, and we get more action going on as opposed to just cruising for hours. I just think that's boring. I only do long flights if I'm pre-recording the video, because then I can edit out the cruise part, because there's really not much going on anymore at that point. You're just kind of waiting. And then, of course, if I'm not recording at all, I'll do some longer flights just to get some more money going, and I'm not around, so... But, yep. I really hope that SU2 will make career airliners work. I'm assuming that's on the Xbox side of things. Because hopefully we'll have better luck with that. But yeah, I'm definitely hoping we'll start seeing some early builds of heavy and Is that a nuclear power plant? That looks awesome. Look at the cooling towers over there. Don't mind that. Just look like that looks cool. I don't know what's going on with that, but if that wasn't going on, that looks so cool with the fog in the distance. Nice. I've noticed this always happens when there's like a creek or water. For whatever reason, the sim thinks there's supposed to be trees there, and then it creates these blobs. That seems to be where it always happens, anytime it's by water. But yeah, that looks awesome. Those cooling towers with the hill, with the trees. Nice. But anyways, alright. Let me focus on what we're doing here. We fixed the trim this time. We're not minus 4 degrees on that this time around, so we'll have a much easier time taking off. 3 Mile Island? I don't know. This is Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, so I'm not familiar with it. But there's the towers right there. So I mean, I could be, I guess. It is an island, so I'm not versed in Pennsylvania, so. All right. Oh, guess who stopped short again? I need to get our lights on too. I'm sitting here without any lights on. There we go.
Harrisburg Tower, CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha 1 6.
Harrisburg is close to me. I'm in Philly. Nice.
Runway tree 1.
Sold all 3 of my Vision Jets to get the Citation Jet. I hope I can get rich now. You'll definitely be... good thing you did it now, because the price of the CJ4 is going up in Sim Update 2. Because right now it's, what, 8 million or so? If you want to get a new one in Sim Update 2, it's about 18, 20 million? Something like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for takeoff.
Get our flaps going on here as well. I always go 5 degrees on this.
Is in the upright position.
I don't go too crazy.
The tray table is securely stored. Thank you.
Oh, it is? Gotcha. Okay. Alright, this takeoff should go a lot better now. We do have a crosswind going on, so we have to be... Okay, come on, right. What is going on? Oh, why are we already... I didn't put that much... Okay, I need to just have this set to 0, apparently. What in the world is this trim? Woof. Okay. I'm just gonna have trim set to 0 from now on, because that was... I'm only at 2. I mean, I'm sure the wind helped out a bit with that, but my goodness. Okay, well, there we go. We're in the air. It's like, okay. I mean, I guess we're light on the passengers as well, but goodness.
Going to 132.5, CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha 168.
And ATC's always bugging me when I'm trying to do all this stuff going on
Charlie
here.
Tango Alpha 168 is at 2,000 feet climbing flight, level 320.
Auto throttle on here.
CDWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha 168. New York Center, altimeter 2972, radar contact.
Why does it feel like I'm not going 3,000 feet? I guess we are. We're good, I suppose. But man, this trim is something else. You have 18 and counting of the CJ4s? Oh my goodness, you're gonna be making some great passive income from the other ones for sure. Oh, 5 degrees is the right one? Nice. Oh, shoot, wrong one. See, I'm doing something right. That's nice.
132.2 for CTWN32 Charlie Tango, Alpha 168.
Oh, by the way, I guess we should probably...
Center, CTWN32 Charlie
Oh my,
Tango,
it's so aggressive on its turn here. It's like, oh, you want to go right? Slam everybody into the left wall on that turn. Keep forgetting to change the bank angle, but still, you wouldn't think it would turn that fast. I'm just trying to get us on LNAV here, which we can get this heading done here. Because I just want to intercept our magenta line, and we'll be following the waypoints for the rest of it. We'll have to look at the computer as well, because there's already a gap in the system, if I remember correctly.
CTWN32 Charlie Tango, Alpha 168. New York
And
Center,
we're heading to
CTWN32
Casti, yes.
Charlie Tango, Alpha 168 is passing
Execute.
7,500 feet.
Oh, now it's gone, but we'll pay attention to it. And we are on LNAV mode now, which is great, so we'll be following our waypoints on our way to Detroit, Michigan. We just took off from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and Tower keeps talking to us every 2 seconds, which is great. And then once we get above 10,000 feet, we'll increase our speed, because obviously you have to be below 250, below 10,000 feet, so...
New York Center, CTWN32 Charlie Tango, Alpha 168 is at 9,600 feet, climbing flight level
Passing
320.
10,000 feet.
Passing 10,000 feet. How do you get passive income? You're getting that by setting your other aircraft to have crew mode on. Because in that way, anytime, which now has changed too, anytime you're in career mode, either doing employee or freelance missions, the time that you're in the sim doing those missions will accumulate passive income from those other aircraft that you have set with crew mode on. I have a dozen CJ4s or so. I make 4 million or so after a long flight of passive. I suppose it's worth it in the long run. Nice shredding, very nice. Is there something wrong with my graphics? Because in career, I don't see different models of airplanes. I only see gliders that are moving on the ground. That is weird, because now I don't see... I mean, I'm in Sim Update 2 now, but I don't see gliders much anymore on the airports, thankfully. Or sitting at gates, so... But yeah, I've never seen that happen, so that's a bit odd. A bit odd indeed. Alright, let's do a little showcase shot really quick. Are we good on the speed still? We are. Get this out of my face. Oh, got the landing lights on still.
Charlie Tango, Alpha 168 is at 16,600 feet, climbing flight level 320.
But yeah, this is gonna be a little longer of a flight than the first one, but nothing crazy. Should be about 40 minutes or so. Still looking good on here. Oh, let me get this back as well. There we go. On the way to 8 Mile, no doubt about it. Yeah, I mean, the Xbox side of things, I'd imagine most settings equivalent to PC are probably set to low. If I'd have to guess. Maybe some mediums, but... But yeah, sometime this week we'll do a full-on Xbox stream just to see what's going on with it, with Sim Update 2's beta, and see what's going on with that. How did my YouTube channel start? Oh goodness, it started about 9 years ago now. I was just kind of doing it on and off and all that, and honestly in the last few months has been the busiest the channel has ever been, so... Again, I'm so glad you guys enjoy the Flight Sim content, and it'll just be a series that goes on for pretty much as long as possible, really. I mean, we'll always have new mission types to dive into, the third-party aircraft. It'll always keep the career mode evolving as well. Because it'd be cool getting a new cargo aircraft or something, you know, and doing stuff with it. But at some point, we'll get our first third-party plane in career mode. Still hasn't happened yet. I love these, like, ripples in the ground. Like little ridges. Looks really cool. From 3 Mile to 8 Mile. Oh, hang on. Gotta bring down our vertical speed here. I'll just go 500 for now. Oh, we're fine. Calm down. Must admit, not advanced enough to tackle airliners yet. I mean, honestly, it seems overwhelming just by the vast amount of buttons that are going on. But if you get familiar with even the simplest aircraft, like a Cessna 172 and a G1000, it's pretty similar to that. Because just like if you're trying to get onto the waypoint, the magenta line, it's similar to those other aircraft where it's like, okay, I want to hop onto it. Sometimes you can get onto it right away. I don't like doing it straight off the bat with autopilot, because I want the plane to kind of be under control a little bit, and then once I'm ready for it, I'll activate it. But yeah, I just set the heading, which is right here, to intercept our magenta line, which is our flight plan, and have that on, and then have LNAV on, which once you intercept that line, it'll kick out of heading, and then you'll be following the waypoints all the way from there. Because again, I don't use too much of the autopilot stuff. Like, I don't use ILS. I don't have pretty much the plane landing, except us flaring the aircraft. I don't do any of that stuff. All I do with autopilot is getting us to cruise altitude and descending, and then after that I kick it out and I fly the rest of the route. So everything else, like approach mode and VOR and all, I don't deal with any of that. So I just go with the basics of getting the plane to the area I'm trying to get to without me not doing anything. So Amstrad CPC-64 is amazing. I don't know what that is, but it sounds amazing. In Araya, I'm not versed. I mean, honestly, I just look for something that looks decent with specs, and that's how I go with a computer. That's about it. That's great. YouTube is not easy to get anywhere. No doubt about that. I mean, for whatever reason, YouTube was just pushing my channel a ton when Flight Sim 24 came out, and where a lot of you guys came from and saw the channel. And again, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the content enough to stick around. I mean, I had a couple successes with other games in the past. Like, a random one was Elder Scrolls Online's beta. but nobody stuck around after the first video. So I mean, there were other successes that lasted a day, but nothing that's compared to what Flight Sim's done for the channel. So again, appreciate everybody's support. I'm glad you guys have continued to enjoy the content I've made over the sim. It's been a blast. When I put my graphics to max in Flight Sim, it instantly crashes. Oh, that's good. And anime gamers, yes, the Airbuses are going to be on the way. AnyBuilds already said that they're working on getting all the Airbuses into career mode. That includes the A330 for heavy cargo, the Beluga for super heavy cargo, and then of course the Airbus A320, right? And then whatever other Airbuses are around. So we'll be getting those into career mode. I'm still hoping we'll see the Longitude from Cessna in career mode. That would be an excellent plane for it. But yeah, so definitely the AnyBuilds are the most known that are coming into career mode. Everything else is... because they've already said that they want to get pretty much every first-party plane that fits for a career mission into career mode. So a majority of the already in the sim, you know, first-party aircraft will be part of career mode at some point. So A350 confirmed. I mean, I'm not paying $80 for a plane, so I mean that's still cool that they're going to support career mode. But yeah, I'm not. I'm good with the airliners that are already in the sim. I don't want to spend $80 on another airliner. But those of you that have it, that's cool. You'll get there, Gonzo. Just a few more practice landings. I'm sure you'll get there. Just starting with the GA stuff, that's a great approach. I mean, because once you get familiar with the way those planes operate and their instrument panels, you'll be golden to move on to like the private jets, and then from the private jets working your way up to the airliners. Because pretty much once you get comfortable with, you know, like a Cessna 172, work your way up into like a Grand Caravan or a TBM or a Pilatus PC-12, and just kind of going from the smaller planes to turboprops to jets and then to airliners is definitely a great way to go. And hello Larry, welcome to the stream, and Halloween, and YouTube. Is that an airplane? Is this an airplane? Why, yes it is. You have a favorite aircraft to fly? I mean, honestly, I flew a ton of the PC-24, still one of my favorites. But the CJ-4 is great. I love flying the 737. The Saab 340 is another great one. And honestly, I love diving into the Cessna 172 from time to time as well. But really looking forward to getting like the Cessna Longitude into career mode as well. The flight's probably another... I don't know if I have any gauge on here. I'm sure it's somewhere in a menu, but it should probably be about another 30 minutes or so. Maybe 40. Sasha? Probably butchering that. Welcome to the stream. And to me, I mean, we've talked about this too. For me, the thing I look for in a plane in a sim is just I want it to be enjoyable to fly. I don't need all the other extra features, especially like the A350, where it's like, okay, there's computers for flight attendants and all this extra stuff. It's just I don't need all that stuff. It's just I want to focus on the flying part of it. I don't need the flight attendant stuff or anything else. Like, just give me an enjoyable plane to fly. And I mean, it's got to be something I'm really interested in for me to spend $80 on. Anything above $30, I really need to be interested in it to buy it. It's just most of the planes I bought, as long as they're fun to fly, I'm sticking around $20 or so. You know, I don't need all the extra fluffy features that get added to a plane or anything like that. It's just give me a fun experience, one that doesn't tank my performance to run all that other stuff that's in the back of the plane. And for me, the in-sim airliners are perfect for me. I don't need them to be lifelike or realistic or anything like that. I know there's people that want, you know, the full-on realism and full specs and all that kind of stuff with its real-life counterpart, but for me, it's not something that's make or break for me on deciding if I want a plane or not. Because it's just I don't want to spend $80 on something and then the performance just sucks because it's running all this other stuff that I'm never gonna use. You know, it's just that's the way I look at a plane that I'm interested in. And Binky, you love flying the Spitfire. Very nice. And I love flying the Beluga. Like, I'm so excited for super heavy cargo missions. Because we've done the Beluga a couple times in free flight, and it's so fun to fly that thing. Very much looking forward to that. The Phenom 100 from MS 2020. It seems that I can't bring the plane. Yeah, I mean, anything that you bought on 2020, it's up to the developer to, one, support 2024, and then they have to support career mode, because they have to do stuff with the plane in order for it to work. So if there's a third-party plane that you really want to fly in career mode, that's up to them to support it. And no, still stuck with whatever livery it gives you default. Hopefully we'll start seeing some customization options soon, because I would definitely love to see that. Especially since a lot of planes have multiple adaptive liveries, you know, where it adds your company name onto it and so forth. But yeah, hopefully we'll see something with that shortly, or soon. I mean, I can understand why they're not focused on, you know, that type of stuff. They're more focused on getting, you know, major bugs fixed and so forth. But alright, we're about 40% of the way through here. On our way to Detroit. Already passed our first waypoint of Casti. Kilo Alpha Sierra Tango. Why did I forget why? It's not Yuma, is it? The heck is Y? I'll just say Yuma. Yuma, Arizona. Well, the repaint feature right now is useless because a lot of the liveries don't have any paint chipping, because that's what repaint is for. It's not to repaint the aircraft to a different livery. There's only a few select paint jobs that actually do deteriorate, you know, paint chips and so forth. But yeah, that's what that feature is for. But unfortunately, a lot of the liveries don't support that anyways, so it's pointless at the moment. Oh, it's Yankee. Right. Thank you, Gonzo. I don't know why I forgot that. And welcome to cruise altitude of 32,000 feet. We'll only be cruising for a little bit because, again, I don't wait till ATC gives us the clearance to descend because they take way too long. We'll honestly probably start descending slowly after Whiskey Uniform Sierra Uniform Romeo and we'll start descending from there. Because most of the time, I love the... Is this supposed to be like, oh my god, what? Look at this, we got... Wait. We got Top Gun going on here. Going into Detroit, we got Goose, Wolfman, Maverick, Top Gun. That's funny. But anyways, they wait till you're really close to the airport before they give you clearance to descend, and it's just like, I'm not dealing with that. So we're gonna just... By the way, oh, this is all... Gets all weird here. That's another thing I'd love to see fixed too, is a lot of the times the pre-made flight plan for you is always really sometimes messed up at the end. Because the airport we're landing at is here, yet it's doing all... We're gonna break off of this. Anyways, we'll probably break off of Wolfman and just follow this into Detroit. Go from that. So we'll do that. Glad we paid attention to it now. Oh, actually, it looks like we're already breaking off, or are we just... No, we're fine. Just got a big crosswind going on right now. I normally cancel IFR, but since this isn't our... Well, sometimes you can't, like right now. But if I'm in my normal profile, I just do a decrease in altitude just to let us get down there without ATC freaking out about it. But since this isn't our profile, it's just a random one for the beta, I just kind of ignore them after that point and descend anyways. They complain, and then they eventually just say, okay, descend to 3,000 or whatever it is. But that's definitely something they need to work on as well. Do a flight from or to Lisbon sometime. I'll definitely keep that in mind, Claudio. There is one going into North Vegas, all Nintendo Mario Kong. It was fun to see. Gonzo, I don't even know what I just read. Speaking of Nintendo, a couple days away from the event of the Nintendo Switch 2, see if that rumor of Flight Sim coming to the Switch is true. I'm gonna guess probably not. Because if the Xbox Series X is already having a tough time running the sim, I don't know how a Switch is going to be running the sim, so...
CDWN 32 Charlie Tango. Alpha 168 contact Cleveland Center on 132.4. Good day. Going to 132.4. CTWN 32 Charlie Tango. Alpha 168. Cleveland Center. CTWN 32 Charlie Tango. Alpha 168. Flight level 320.
Oh, I got you, Gon. Okay, that's what we're talking about. I gotcha. Up in Vegas. Okay. I was like, what is Mario Kong? No, that is great. Sometimes that it says I'm at 22,000 and then ATC will come on and say that I'm anywhere from a couple. That's because you're not updating your barometer. Because once you get above, I think, 10,000 feet, you need to be around this, 29.92. Because what the barometer is I'm not going to go into the science. Anyways, it's giving you your actual altitude. Because if you're set to a different pressure, your altitude's going to be off by a few hundred feet. And that's why the ATC will come on and say that you're below and so forth. So you'll want to set that to around 29.92. In Detroit, it's not soda, it's pop. Not bothered either way. In London, we just say a can of Coke. I mean, Araya, if you've lasted this long with the Xbox One, at this point, I would just wait for whatever the next gen Xbox is going to be. Because, I mean, we're getting close to the end of the cycle for the Series X, which, to me, I think was a very boring cycle for the Xbox. I don't know. It's just, there wasn't anything that was too crazy for it. Definitely was my least favorite generation of Xbox. Don't get me wrong, the console's great, but the games that came out are just kind of like, you know. They're alright. Nothing too crazy, though. But you got a 2-month-old, and I just bought a house and a newlywed. Oh my goodness, you got all kinds of stuff going on. Very nice. Well, congratulations for all that. And thank you, Travis. We'll definitely have a good one here. About halfway through this flight. Climbing over some lovely clouds. By the way, I haven't even messed with the fuel in forever on this. I don't even know how it's doing. Not great. Alright, mid-air refuel completed. Could you imagine if airliners would do that? You know how cool that would be? I mean, you wouldn't be able to see it from the passenger side of it, but that'd be something. Oh, man. Anyways. But yeah, no doubt, Benki. Family first. But yeah, like I was saying, at this point, you've lasted this long with the Xbox One, may as well stick with it until the next gen comes out. But yeah, that's another known bug. You know, they give you the descent, and then you're descending, and they're like, "Oh, climb to 35,000 feet." It's like, no, I would just ignore it at that point. It's just, yeah, there's some things to improve for sure on all that. No doubt about it. Alright, so let's see where we're at here. I gotta say, I think we're gonna start our descent. We could probably wait till Goose. Yeah, we'll probably just wait till we're done with that turn, because then we're gonna break off of nav mode because I don't want to do this route that it made for us, and we'll just follow this piece of land and then go right over the Detroit River as my voice is dying on me. I'm surprised it took this long, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'll just do that, and it'll be good. You know what? We're gonna let's just begin here. We'll do it with this first just to see if everything goes the way we want it to. If not, then
Cleveland Center, CTW
we'll just do whatever we want to do
Charlie
at that point.
Alpha 168. Request flight level 220.
CDWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha 168. Descend and maintain flight level 220.
Descend and maintain flight level 220. CTWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha 168.
CDWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha 168.
See, and it does this too. I've noticed where it's just like, okay, go, like it goes back up, but then sometimes he keeps bringing it down as you get closer to those, and sometimes he does. It's just there's some odd things with ATC for sure. Because if they start giving me hassles about it, I just ignore it, and then they can just complain about it the whole time. You're 2,000 feet below your assigned altitude. And I'm 2,000 feet away from not caring anyways, so whatever. We'll just keep it around 230 for now, as we begin our descent.
CDWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha 168, contact Toronto Center on 1 tree, 5 decimal tree. Good day.
1 tree 5 decimal tree. CTWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha 168. Toronto Center, CTWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha 168 is passing flight level 305, descending flight level 290.
CTWN 32, Charlie Tango Alpha 168, Toronto Center, radar contact, continue to Goose.
Because yeah, I'll keep this 1,000 feet per minute. I'll still be surprised if they sell GTA 6 for $100. I can't believe those rumors. I mean, to be fair, if it was priced at $100, I'd be getting it anyways, but at the most, maybe the base version will be $80, but if anything, I'm still guessing $70 for the base version. I'm sure there'll be maybe collector's versions or deluxe editions or whatever. But I'd be highly surprised if the base version of GTA 6 is going to be $100. But whatever the price, I know I'm getting it. mean, my goodness, thousands of hours I've spent in GTA 5. Because whatever the price is, at least I know I'm getting a game that isn't going to be done with support after 6 months or whatever. And then they're like, oh, buy the next game and all that kind of crap. So, definitely very, very excited for it. It's going to be a blast. Toronto, I don't care. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Thank you for your concern, though. Here, I'll acknowledge it and then completely ignore you. How's that? I did not mean to open all this.
Climb and maintain flight level 290. CTW.
I'm glad folks enjoyed the Mind's Eye video, too, that I did on Friday. That was pretty awesome to see. Another game I'm looking forward to from some ex-Rockstar folks. Looks like it'll be a fun action game. But yeah, other than that, there's really nothing else that I'm really particularly looking forward to. I can't really think of any other games that are coming out this year that... I mean, Doom will be fun. I don't think I'll do any videos over that, but I always love playing those. Let's see. What is coming out? But I mean, that the whole like 6 month cycle and all that stuff is why I quit playing Call of Duty. It's just, it's so annoying. It's like, okay, I spend this money for skins and so forth, and I can only use it for that amount of time, and then you move on to the next game and none of that carries. It's just, it's like, what's the point in even doing this? So I stopped after the last Modern Warfare. I don't even know what half of these games are that are coming out. Come on, voice, hang on, we're almost to Detroit. You don't need to die on me here. You know what one trend I'm getting really sick and tired of is these games that have been out for like 2 years or something, and then they get remasters already. It's like, what is this? Why is this the new thing now? I've seen so many like remasters of something that's been out for a couple years already. It's like, it doesn't even need a remaster, and yet we're doing that. It's ridiculous.
Descend and maintain flight level 240. CTWN 32 Charlie Tango, Alpha 168.
Well, Roadcraft is another one that I am looking forward to. I already pre-ordered that on the Xbox. That was such a fun demo. From the makers of Mud Runner. Well, I'm already into June, and there's been one game that I said, oh, that's pretty awesome. And then everything else has been kind of like, not my thing. Borderlands 4, like, I don't know, it's just... I think I'd be more excited for a new Borderlands if they'd finally change up the formula. Like, I don't know, it just always looks the same, and it's just... And I think the whole selling point of, oh, we have millions of guns is just... I don't know, it's not that fascinating anymore. It's just like, okay. Typically, when I play Borderlands, I'd stick with a few guns, and then that's about it. Everything else, I'd be like, oh, I'm fine with the gun I have. It's doing what I need it to. And no doubt, Busted. No doubt. Atomfall... It's cool that Rebellion's doing something other than Sniper Elite or Zombie Army. It's just... Yeah, I don't know. It looked like there was going to be more to that game than there was. A nice SnowRunner. Those are very fun games, for sure.
You are 500 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain.
Oh, will it busted? Okay. Roadcraft is on my pre-order list. Nice, Binky. Yep, same here. I got it for the Xbox. I'm hoping it'll be as nice as it was on PC, but I hate Steam. I don't like Steam achievements. I'd rather get my achievements on Xbox, so hopefully it runs great on the Series X. We'll see. But I'm really looking forward to it. And Sunshine, hello, hello. Welcome back to another live stream. The thing I love about Rockstar is, I know people get mad, like, oh, why is it taking so long? Look at what they did before. Now they released GTA, so, I mean, do you see the amount of... Oh, God, ATC, you're driving me nuts right now. Can I cancel IFR? Can I leave you guys alone, finally? I don't think I have the option. Anyways, the reason I like the way Rockstar does their games is, one, they don't release one every 6 months or want more money every 2, you know, whatever. The games actually like, they want to bring the game to another level. They don't want to have what GTA 5 was. They want to bring the franchise to a whole new level with new tech, and just, I cannot wait to see what's going on with GTA 6. I'm sure we're getting closer to trailer 2. I mean, the head of Take-Two was saying this is all intentional. We're not on a delay or anything's going wrong with it. We're just keeping the anticipation going. We want to bring the trailers closer to release, which I can understand. I mean, why do it now? I'm okay with waiting. And, you know, the fact that they continued supporting GTA Online with free expansions and updates and so forth. I mean, I've spent so much time in GTA Online when they did the free update for the expanded and enhanced version on PC. I completely switched over to the PC version. I'm up to like level 130 or something like that over there now, and it's been nice starting fresh. I kept my regular account that I've had forever on Xbox, but it's just one of those games that I can keep going back to, and I know I'm going to have that same experience with GTA 6, where it's just a game that's ever going to evolve. I'm sure the map is going to be expansive. I mean, it's really exciting to see what's going on, and especially those of you that are into the RP stuff, where I wouldn't be surprised if there's elements of that in GTA Online this time around. And, you know, I mean, there's just so much they can do with it, and I'm excited for it. And they can take as much time as they want, because I'd rather have a game release when the developers are confident with it, as opposed to rushing it, and then everybody's like, oh, why did this release? And like Flight Sim, for example, where you see what happens when a game releases too early. It's like, take as much time as you want, because I know Rockstar isn't going to just copy and paste things and release the game. They're actually doing something with their franchise, as opposed to releasing a new one with a new title every 6 months that don't change anything. I'm looking at you, Call of Duty, and then people keep buying the Call of Duties, and then what do? They complain about the Call of Duties, and then when the new one comes out, they're all like, oh, this next one's going to be awesome, and then what happens? They buy the new Call of Duty, and then they complain about the same things they complain about in the old one, and then they're shocked that they're complaining about it. It's just unbelievable. So anyways, that's my thoughts on GTA 6 and Rockstar's decision to take their time releasing the game. So there we go. Oh, but Binky, yes, RER2, fantastic as well.
Climb and maintain flight level 250.
That's the other thing, too, is I don't understand why there's so much hatred towards... Oh, shoot, I'm not even descending anymore. To me, microtransactions are just not... Like, if it's just something that doesn't affect the gameplay or anything like that, I just don't care. It's like, if people want to spend real money to get something faster or whatever else, it's just like, okay, go for it. It's just... Or skins for a game. It's like, if people want to spend $15 on a skin, then go for it. It's whatever. I don't really... I never get bothered by it, because most of the time I never use the marketplace. I think out of all the time I spent in GTA Online, I bought maybe 1 or 2 shark cards in that time frame. Everything else, I was just making the money through the gameplay. Because for me, I don't like skipping. Like, I don't want to go through things quicker. Just like with Flight Sim, when, you know, people found all these glitches to get through, you know, money quicker by selling the fuel or whatever else that was going on. I just don't like doing that, because then it's just like, what do you progress through anymore then? Like, okay, great, you had the 737 after 3 days of release. Now what are you progressing to in career mode? You know, it's just... I never understood it, but hey, if people want to do it, then go ahead. It's whatever. Same with SimRate. If people want to use it, great. I don't particularly like it because I don't want to use it. But if people do, awesome. More power to you. And that's the way I look at it. Anything that doesn't affect my gameplay, I don't really care what's in the game, or microtransactions or cheats, like single player stuff. It's just does not bother me. I was tempted to start playing Arma. I played that when it first released on the Xbox. I did the console version. It's just not something I'm too particularly into. I really wish I could cancel IFR so they could quit bugging us every 2 seconds. I'll just keep decrease. I didn't mean to do 4,000. Hey Tom, welcome, welcome.
Request flight level 180.
CTWN 32 Charlie Tango Alpha 168. Descend and maintain flight level 180.
Descend and maintain flight.
Because for me, with GTA, I'd rather spend 60... I mean, I've spent a little bit more because I bought the other editions that have come out over the course of the time, but I'd rather spend a lower amount for a game that I know I can keep playing and get support and new content for years and years, as opposed to spending $70 for a game that has a 6-month cycle, and then they expect you to spend another $60 for another game. It's just... no. That's why I'm done with sports games, I'm done with Call of Duty type games. I'm just done with that. Oh, here we go. Cancel IFR's finally arrived. Thank goodness. You guys can quit bugging me. I'm over it. And we're going to go ahead and bail out of nav mode already and head at speed.
Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Good day. Thank goodness. We're done with the ATC. And heading, please. Bring that down to 5,000. Well, Embraer is actually on the way. I would hope it's going to support career mode right off the bat. But it is going to be in the Expert series. Sometime later this year, Embraer is going to be officially part of the sim, which is going to be sweet. But certainly looking forward to it. Down to 17,000 feet. By the way, if you're just joining, we're heading to Detroit. We took off from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. But yes, this is the 737 MAX. As a matter of fact, let's head outside and just enjoy the sights and sounds of it flying through the air. Terminal velocity. I can't say I remember that name at all. Hope we get the Embraer C390 Millennium in career mode. I'm just hoping we get a ton of stuff in career mode, honestly. I just hope we get to a point where pretty much everything supports career mode. That's what I'm hoping for. Because could you imagine the list of planes that we could potentially have down the road? I mean, my goodness, like, oh, I want to fly this today. Oh, I want to fly that. Oh, I haven't flown this in a while. Let's go. I mean, there's just so many possibilities going on. It's going to be awesome. Alright, I'll be right back, everybody. Let me get a good fixed camera. Oh, there we go. A little tail view. I'll be right back. And we're back. I always love doing this view just when there is clouds and you can see the ground below in between it. Always looks really nice. No, I never played anything flight-wise on... I don't play any mobile games. I just can never get into them. But yep, I've used the flight planner. Flightplanner.flightsim.com something. Planner.flightsimulator.com, I think. But yep, did a whole video over that, showcasing how to bring in your custom flight plans from the web browser tool. It's a really cool tool. I'll use it more when you can actually have your plane on that as well. I'll definitely be using it a lot more at that point. But yeah, you can make your own flight plans and then send them to your Xbox or PC. And it's all free as well, which is really nice. It's a great tool that'll be expanding and evolving as well. Something like that's perfect because it'll get us a little bit more square with the runway over here in Detroit. I'm going to bring our descent down a little bit. Because apparently the airport's at 1,100 feet. Let me just double check that. Nope, 640, so I don't even know what this is showing. Oh. That's if you do a go-around. Okay. Never mind. So yeah, we're still good though. We're about to pass 10,000 feet, so I want to make sure we stay below 250 knots. And go from that. Nice couple flights this stream. Oh, man, I'm getting hungry. could use one of those half peanuts that I hand out to the customers back there. Passing 10,000 feet. I think she already said that, though. Bring this back a little bit as well. We don't need to go too crazy on that anymore, because we still have a bit of a distance to go before we get to Detroit. We'll bring this up to 240 knots as well. And then this time we'll go for the 15 degrees of flaps. I know I've been told it's normally more for a real life landing, but I'm confident in my landing ability when I'm at that degree of flaps, so that is where we shall stay. I'll take all the Embraers, Claudio. I'll take them all. I'll take every plane for career mode. By the way, below us is Canada. So welcome to Canada for about 8 more minutes. I mean, we've been there for a little bit longer because we already got into it after we passed the lake, but I just thought I'd mention it now, you know, just in case anybody was wondering. Oh, man. We're coming into 27 right. Oh, it even highlights the runway we're going for. Nice. Have this on standby, so we're ready to hit the correct altitudes. No doubt about it, Tom. And it's only getting worse the whole time. I missed the bit about custom flight plans. Here, hang on, let me get it all set up really quick. But yeah, you just go to planner.flightsimulator.com and then you'll log in with your Xbox account. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Stay signed in, yes, please. Oh, there was an update on the 20th for it, actually. Some changes to the UI. Alright, let's see how I can do this without breaking everything. Hang on, I'm trying to get this all set up here. Don't mind me. I don't know if I can do it that way. Alright, hang on. I guess I have to do it this way. And, boom! Oh my goodness. Just what we needed to take up the whole space. Well, here, for now, I'll just have it take up most of the screen here. But anyways, this is planner.flightsimulator.com that you can see here. And this is where you can create your own flight plans, and then you can send them to your Xbox or PC. So right now we're kind of around here. This is what I was talking about. Eventually you will be able to see where you are on the map, which is going to be a very nice addition. So let's say we wanted to do a quick flight really quick. You can get your charts here as well. So if you don't want to do it in the sim, you can get them all here, which is pretty cool. Get a nice high quality to them. Same with the information for the airports. Get all the runway details. But yeah, let's just do a KDWT. Is that not Detroit? What's Detroit again? Hang on, let me... KDTW. Ah, there we go. So let's say we wanted to do a flight from Detroit to Denver. There we go. It'll do all that stuff there, and then we can add, you can add all the departure procedures, the route, arrival, all that kind of stuff. And then once you're happy with it, you can save the flight plan. And when we finish this up, we'll go into Preflight, and then you'll be able to select it just from that. You can go into all those details, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's a quick run. I did a whole video over this, going into other features as well, but a very nice, and it's free. It's pretty cool. So, there we go. All right. Mine, yeah, I don't know. Are you sure you're signing into the same live account or Hotmail account, whatever? But hopefully that answers your questions, FMJ. By the way, how are we doing here anyways? Holy crap, we're already almost here. God dang, that went by fast. I did not realize we were going to get there that quickly. Oh my goodness. We're still way too high up now. It's all the flight planner's fault. That's okay. If we need to do a little circle around, we can. I'm pretty sure we'll have to. Well, maybe not. We might be able to pull this off. And you're welcome, FMJ. Yeah, I'm not sure then, mine. That is... That is very odd. Turn to the left a little bit here. Get our flaps going, already have our landing lights on. I see downtown Detroit. It is very cloudy here. Gears down.
Captain, we didn't retract the landing gear.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're definitely good. I see our runway right in front.
2500.
Okay, I thought I saw downtown Detroit. I don't know what I was looking at, but, no. Never mind. Hey, and we have our lights here, thank goodness. We're a little low at the moment. Let's go ahead and set our auto brakes already. That looks pretty cool right there. But yeah, that the good old co-pilot, as useless as can be. All right, gears are down. We're at 15 degrees flaps. We're still too high here. Got our first red, I believe. I think we got the second one. It's really hard to tell from here. I think we're still on one. Even though I feel like we're pretty much at a perfect spot. I feel like a little lower would be too low, but we'll try to follow what it's telling us here. There we go. We've hit the glide slope perfectly. it might be a little echoey type going on with the voice, but I want to hear him so I can hear where we're at.
200. 100. Approaching minimums. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Spoilers out. Reverse thrust. Try to keep it on the center line here. And welcome to Detroit. The spoilers down and we're good to go. Uh-oh. Guess what? You know, every time we have a nice landing, forgot to contact them and do all that, so we didn't actually land there to the ATC. I wish it would just make it to where if you do forget it, it should just realize it, so we'll just do that over again, unfortunately. Always so annoying. Because sometimes you're just so focused on everything else that you're doing, you kind of forget that that whole thing's going on, and then you don't realize it until you're on the ground. It's like, ah, that's why we're not getting a hold short position. No, once you're on the ground and you use AT, you still have to take off again and then do nearest airport and all that. Get me out of autopilot, please. Get this crap off, thank you. Ugh, goodness gracious. They just need to make it to where if somebody does end up forgetting about it, just forget it, move on, get to the ground, and let them just continue it without having to do anything else. Because, I mean, sometimes when you're flying a plane that you're not completely familiar with or something that you're really focused on the landing part of it, you just kind of forget that step sometimes where... But, anyways... By the way, this is trimmed out crappily again. Oh no, it's not. It's set to 0. What in the world? That's why I always hate skipping. I mean, I typically don't, but I didn't want to taxi around and get back on into the air that way. I mean, honestly, instead of just doing it, just give me a penalty on it or something and let me continue on is what should happen. Ruining my nice landing. But whatever. I guess more practice, huh? How do I not have a 1 red dot at this point? That's crazy. Must be next to the tree line, I guess. Alright, gears are down, all that. I don't know where my auto brakes are, because I don't know if that reset it or not. Probably did. I also don't have my call-outs. Well, not a bad landing considering I didn't have my 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 callouts, so... Alright, we're back again. Love that happening. Always so frustrating. Like, everything, you're so excited. It's like, oh, that was a great landing, and then it's like, oh, I forgot to do that, so now I have to take off again, and... Ugh. Anyways. And seismus, yeah, exactly. It's just... It shouldn't be that way. It's like, just give me the penalty and let me enjoy my landing I just had instead of it being ruined by that. Oh, shoot, sorry. I'm still in reverse here. So where are we going? Oh, a nice short taxi. Fantastic. And monorific, very nice. I don't do flaps 30. I fly it the way I want to fly it, and that's that. I don't like having full flaps going on, or close to it. I'm perfectly fine with my 15 degrees, thank you. If I want to do everything by a T in real life, then I will go be a pilot in real life to do everything to the book. But this is a sim, so I will do it the way I feel the best of my ability, and that's with 15 degrees flaps. I like coming in with a little bit more speed as opposed to fighting it and almost stalling the thing out. Just waiting at the moment. Nice. Well, hopefully you'll be getting it soon, and you'll have a fantastic time with it. Oh. Trying to follow the line, but she's telling me to go to the right. Well, minus the nonsense of having to go back up because of the whole ATC crap. They were still fantastic landings, so I'm happy with that. And now, welcome to Detroit. My goodness. That still annoys me, though. It's like, man, it always happens, too, when it's a really great landing you're happy with. And it's like, oh my goodness. But a fun couple flights in the 737. We'll try one more time to see if the marketplace changed up or anything like that. And the reason our airline procedures were low is because of the whole... them bugging me about, oh, you're not at the altitude we told you to be at. It's like, I don't care. You guys tell me to descend about a mile out from the airport, so I'm not going to be dealing with that. Alright, I'm just going to restart this one more time just to see if anything's changed with the marketplace. But again, Mondays typically don't have anything too crazy get added, so... What build did you get? Oh, we're talking about that. Nice. I'm not big on names, but I think it's called Omen or something. Nice. Ooh. Hang on. I can't wait. So, oh, I'm sure of that. I mean, that's going to be awesome. Is the first thing you're gonna play Flight Sim? Monorific? Or is there something else you're keen on diving into first with your new PC? Those were still 2 fun flights, though. I mean, I don't do airliners too much, but I know people enjoy them, so I like to bring them in every so often. But I still like flying everything else. I mean, airliners are cool, but they don't fascinate me that much. The biggest thing I love about the airliners is landing them and getting a great landing with it. That's just something about it so satisfying. But everything else is just like, yeah, airliners are cool, but definitely not my main thing to fly in Flight Sim. There's the A330. Hopefully we'll be diving into it soon in heavy cargo. Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely shredding. Landing challenges are a blast. What's my PC build? It's a 3060 RTX Ti, 64 gigabytes of RAM, an i7 7700 series CPU, and I think that's the basis of it. Nope, doesn't look like anything was added today, at least not airplane-wise. So we'll have to wait until Thursday to see if anything exciting happens for career mode. Isn't the CRJ coming to Expo? Oh, I don't even know. Haven't been paying attention to it. I don't think it's going to support career mode, though, so... Because that's from Aeroflight or something like that. Or somebody else. Aerosoft? I forgot. But alright, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some more Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Again, thank you guys so much for the support on the series. Glad you guys continue to enjoy it, and hopefully enjoyed some airliner gameplay today. So with that being said, thank you again to the lovely folks of DF for the €5 donation, and to Binky for 5 memberships given out. Very much appreciate that, and thank you to everybody for stopping on by. So, thanks for watching, goodbye!